Has trust been broken in one of your relationships? Or you may be wondering how to even strengthen it before it even gets shaky. Whether it's a partner, a friend, a colleague, or a family member, I am going to break down how to build trust or rebuild trust in any type of relationship. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Kiaundra Jackson Show. I am your host, licensed therapist Kiaundra Jackson. Now look, we're just going to get straight into this list because trust is one of those things that is the glue to any type of relationship. I mean, if you don't have trust, you really don't have anything. And what I've noticed that there's two different camps when it comes to trust. Some people start with all of the trust in the world, and then as they start to do things, it starts to diminish. Or people start with no trust, and then you can gain trust as the relationship evolves. No matter which camp you find yourself in, put in the comment section, has anyone ever broken your trust? How did you handle it when they did? The first way that you can build or rebuild trust in any type of relationship is to be consistent and reliable. Let me tell you one thing, trust grows when actions and words align. Yes, I've talked about this on my channel before. Words and actions have to align, and when they don't, that can cause a lot of conflict and the person does not trust you. So doing things like showing up consistently with your commitment can demonstrate reliability over time. So basically, remember, do to other people what you want them to do to you. If you want somebody to be consistent and reliable to you, you got to show up like that to them too. The second way that you can build or rebuild trust in any type of relationship is to take accountability and sincerely apologize. If you make a mistake, own it. Don't be up here hemming and hawing and feeling the type of way and being mad. If you messed up, own up to it without excuses. A heartfelt apology combined with corrective action is the recipe for success. Because what that does is show that you are committed to this relationship. Not only am I going to do what I need to do to make sure that this relationship is thriving, but I'm also showing up because I value this relationship and I'm committed to it getting better over time, day after day. The third way that you can build and rebuild trust in any type of relationship is to be patient and allow time. When people say that trust isn't built overnight, that's true. It really isn't built overnight. So you have to be patient. Allow yourself the time and the space that the other person may need to really repair this relationship. Because healing can also take time, especially when you have been severely disappointed, taken advantage of, or betrayed in a deep way. The fourth way to build and rebuild trust in any relationship is to demonstrate empathy and understanding. Empathy is just putting yourself in the other person's shoes to feel the way they would feel, to potentially think about options and how you would do things if you were experiencing that firsthand. So put yourself in their shoes, acknowledge their feelings, their thoughts, their choices, and why they had to do what they needed to do. But all of this needs to be from a place of compassion because you're reinforcing that you care about them, that you're committed to this relationship, and you will do anything to make that you are back on track. The fifth way that you can build trust or rebuild trust in any type of relationship is to follow through on small promises. And yes, I emphasize small promises on this one because there's small actions can lead to bigger ones too. Following through with even the teeny tiny, weeny whiny, little bitty things can build a relationship to be stronger than it was before. It shows that you are dependable, that you are trustworthy, and that you care about the small details in regards to this relationship. So it doesn't always have to be something big and grand. It can be something as simple as, hey, I said that I was gonna call you back at 6 o'clock and I actually called you back at 6 o'clock. Or, yeah, I said that I was going to text you in the morning and I actually text you in the morning. It doesn't cost money or it doesn't have to be something grand for it to be a completed promise. You just have to follow through on the small things because that's going to tell the other person that you are in it to win it. The sixth way for you to build or rebuild trust in any relationship is the willingness to forgive and move forward. We all know that trust requires grace. I'm talking about grace. But when someone takes responsibility and they make changes, you also have to be willing to release the resentment, to release all of the gook and ook that you have been holding on to. And just because you forgive somebody, that doesn't necessarily always mean that that means reconciliation. You can forgive people and never have them back in your life again. But for the sake of this conversation, we're talking about forgiving somebody, moving forward, because we are trying to reconcile with them. So that means you also have to do some internal work. Whatever broke the relationship, whatever caused the rupture, make sure that you are trying your best to repair that, not to do the same mistakes again, and to learn from the past so you can move forward productively. And the last one, the seventh way that you can build or rebuild trust in any type of relationship, is to acknowledge progress and growth. You have to recognize and affirm positive things in your life that has shifted and changed in this relationship particularly. Because what that does, it just helps you to build that trust along the way. And it shows that the other person is looking for positive change and not just negative stuff to beat you over the head with. And ultimately, what this will do is to keep you motivated to build that bond up so you guys can be more connected than before. So my final thoughts on this is that trust is a doozy. It can be very hard to repair after a betrayal, after a disappointment, after a mistake, after fill in the blank, whatever caused the rupture in your relationship. And these tips and tools isn't just for romantic relationships, because when we talk about broken trust, we often talk about it in infidelity or romantic partnerships, but we don't talk enough about this type of rupture and this type of trust being lost in family relationships or friends, or even colleagues. Like, these are things that we have to really focus on too, because if we can apply this in a romantic situation, we can apply this in other areas of our lives too. And sometimes trust can be absolutely repaired. And then there's other scenarios where you would do all of the things 1 through 7 in this video and it did not work. Trust wasn't fully repaired and you can't move forward with this person. And that's okay too. But at least you know that there was an attempt made on your end and hopefully the other person's end as well. So thank you so much for watching another episode of the Kiaundra Jackson Show. I hope something that I said in this video was helpful to you. Share this with somebody who needs it, and I will see you next time. Be blessed. Bye.